Hi troops, so before the light changes, as I said I would, I will show you my room that I have finally painted. Now, as I did say in the previous video, painting this room was not about being a perfect painter. I have to warn you, this has been painted by a blind person, so do not expect to see something that looks perfect to the sighted eye. Or completely sighted eye, should I say. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to show you my room because the light's about to change. And when the light changes, you will not be able to see very well. So for those of you that can see a little bit, you can see that the walls are very white. I decided that cutting in wasn't really my strong point, so I thought what I would do is paint the room all one colour. Now, I'm not suggesting everyone should go and paint their rooms white. I decided to do it because I particularly love this colour, but I have been notified by, oh sorry about that, my son's playing his computer game and it's very loud. I have been told by an amazing person called Marie Diamond that having too much white in your room is not great because it's good to mix colours. It can be capable of making you feel slightly depressed. But she is a Feng Shui expert, so there you go. Anyway, this is a bit of a dodgy, uncut, raw video. I'm sorry about that. But I have finally finished the room and I wanted to make sure that I showed it to you before the light changes. So here you go. You can see the room there. And you can see, so yeah, so you can see out of the window, and now I'm going to show you, hopefully you can see the walls. So yeah, that's my project. Now I will show you, perhaps you might not be able to see, maybe I should put the light on, because it's slightly towards the end of the day. I will show you where I did make some mistakes, and you know, this is not that difficult to clean off because this paint that I have used is actually water-based paint. I wouldn't advise that any partially sighted or blind person goes near oil-based paint unless you have someone sighted with you who can really help to guide you, because that's a real pain in the arse if you get it wrong. So here, I'm going to try and show you, hopefully I'll get it in shot. You can see here where there are little specks of paint on the carpet, and I have made slight mistakes. That doesn't happen, you'll be pleased to know, all around the room. So that's only happened a couple of spaces. And if I'm honest, that actually happened because I put the, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to remember to tell you, the slip mat. I put the painting mat thing down, it's not called that, what's it called? Dust sheet. That's it, the dust sheet. I put the dust sheet down and it's really slippery. That is not ideal for us partially sighted and blind people, because obviously, you know, the ground that we walk on and the texture of it is super important. So because I was struggling with that, I found an old pair of trainers and I put them on, but unfortunately, you know, the paint dropped on the trainers and then it went underneath the sole. You know the drill. So anyway, this is my painted room. Let me give you one more look. I'm super proud of it. I could zoom in, but I'm thinking that, you know, at the risk of sounding patronising, there isn't a huge amount of point, because if there are any people here who are completely blind, you won't be able to see it, obviously. And for anyone that has a little bit of sight like I do, that's still going to be difficult to see on film. But yeah, so basically that's it. Oh, and another thing I struggled with a little bit, where I'm not going to lie, I did have to make sure that I went over this. When you look at the, let me try and get closer. When you look at the light switches here, if you go round the edge of the light switches, so there was paint on the edge of the light switch there. I did have to make sure that I got a bit of soapy water and washed that off. But to be honest, it was great. I really had the best time. It took me quite a long time. I showed you the tools that I used. So this was my painting experience so far. Anyway, have a great day or whatever it is you're doing. Thank you.